Hold on now. I just remembered. I'm back here at Hillsboro. Got interrupted. Talking about Paul. What else? Love Paul. Big fan. Anyways, talking about some negatives other than the obvious. That's what I'm talking about. Also on a maintenance ride on Hillsboro. Alright. I wonder if we could spot these together. We'll just keep the whole thing. The music and all. I'm gonna get copyright. Okay, enough views. Don't even worry about it. Oh, we'll just carry on. All we need is that one view. I'm gonna look up in their Bible. So I want to get a Bible. I'm gonna look into a Bible. That's all I want. Well, I don't need really looking. I just need someone to find interest in Jesus. Just think about Jesus. Just put Jesus in your mind. That's whatever. Just have his name run through your head for a moment. Y'all can do that just for a moment. All right, Jesus loves you. I know I do. Oh, we're in this, going into the Straits. Now let's get back on Paul, because I'm a big fan. I think Jesus was, maybe not, a big fan. Paul's. I know if I was Jesus, which I'm not even near, never will be. No one will be. Anyways, if I was, I wouldn't be a big fan of Paul's. I'd be, oh well, I know Jesus forgives him, you know, and all that. I think because of all the hate he had before, I know, you know, it'd be hard to understand how this guy's trying to love on me after all that hate he had for him. Anyways, it'd be hard to understand. I still, myself, that's why I don't understand. For some reason, I still love him. That's one of the negatives. Hate for Jesus. That's, I mean, that's the obvious. Come on back. Come, someone not give me an amen on that. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you. Way in the back. Thank you. All right, just don't give me an amen on that. Don't. All right. Go back. We're gonna. So we're. Oh, I don't have my Bible. We'll go back. I thought I had on one that says these. I got my, you know, my backpack. Oh, we're on the Straits. I got my water. I got my cutting saw. In case you come across anything needs cutting. I don't have my Bible, so I don't have all my necessities. Oh, Lord. All right. So I'm just gonna have to go from memory, like I said before. Well, now I'm going into it. Now I'm thinking about it. I'm trying to remember. Anyways, I think it was in Acts about this woman. Now I told you already about the woman. She's a fortune teller. Now I think I already told you. Now I'm trying to remember even now. Will I try what I already said earlier on, before I started mixing it up with a couple folks on the trail, a couple riders up. Anybody behind me? I don't want to get in anybody's way. Okay, so anyways, this here fortune teller possessed by demons. Yeah. Possessed by demons, I guess, was following them around, and what she does is she talks about the future and what's going to happen, and about people and folks and who they are, and, you know, reality. So she knew once Paul came into town, she knew who Paul was, and she knew who Jesus was, without even seeing him or without even seeing Paul. She knew who God was without even seeing God. She just felt it. It's all part of God's plan. Now what she did was follow around Paul, and she screamed and yelled at this Paul character coming into her town where she was making a living, you know, I guess you know, or working or something for other people, some rich people, you know, making them money. Oh, hold on now. Making them money. So she was popular, and something like that. I mean, don't, yeah, keep following me here, keep following me. She was popular. Yeah, she was very popular. People going to her, and people, you know, whatever. She was, you know, someone's making money off her. Anyways, so she's hanging around Paul. She must have some time off or something from these rich uns that I guess own her or something. She might have some time off, so she's taking these days and nights even maybe, and she's following Paul, and she's just blurting out these words like, this man, he's telling the truth. Whatever he says is the truth. This man talks about, I don't know if she used the name Jesus, but she might have. This man talks about Jesus, and he's the Son of God, and God is the Almighty. His God is number one, and there's no other. He's the creator. And she's going on, just as though John would be saying the same thing. He's probably doing the same thing. And she's like, people in the town are like, they trust this woman's word. I mean, people pay money to listen to this woman. Whether it be, you know, you're gonna be rich or whatever, you're gonna happen, you're gonna have babies, you're gonna do something. This woman used to, I guess, is possessed, but she could tell the future. She could tell, she had something going on. She was following Paul around, and she was preaching about Jesus and about God, and she was telling the truth. Now, for some reason, this annoyed Paul. Paul wanted to preach. Paul wanted to tell about it. This is Paul new in town. Paul says, this is mine. And she's like, well, people listen to me. I don't know how the conversation went, but maybe it went this way. Maybe she said, well, people listen to me here. You gotta let me join, let me help you. You just gotta pay me a little money, because she's trying to make, maybe she was trying to make a little business proposition. Maybe Paul didn't like that. Paul's really selfish, I think. Paul's a little selfish person, I think. Paul wanted to be number 13, I think. Paul is a little selfish, I think. Paul wants this and wants that, I think. Now, anyways, maybe she wanted a little money for her services. People believe in this woman. Paul didn't want that. You know, Paul did. He said, demon, be gone. Demon, go out. Demon, take this woman and get out of her. And you know what? Demon left her. This woman didn't have the power no more. What gave her power, I guess, was a demon, if that's what it was. Because I guess Paul had the powers of God somehow. Paul had God with him. Paul could heal. Paul could do things. He had God with him. God. When you have God with you, you have God by your side. When you're a major part in God's plan for the time being, when you're in the major part and for the time being, at that time being, you're a major part. Things are going to happen for you, and things did. Paul healed, and at that time, Paul took the demon away from the woman. She lost her power, and what that did made people mad. People not making money. Paul was like, listen, now you listen to me. You don't listen to that woman. Now you know how she's trying to blackmail me. She's trying to make me pay for it. And they didn't want to listen. They said, well, you should have paid her. And then Paul, well, I'm on a mission. I don't have much money. She wanted a lot, like 50K. And I said, oh, she even lowered it down to 30K, and I just didn't have it. Well, they took Paul and they jailed him. I think that was the first time Paul went to jail, many times. Now, maybe Paul just a selfish man. That's one of the negatives that I found in that story. It's plain to see. All right, let me pull in the rest area and we'll stop this. We'll stop the story. We'll take a rest. We'll check out the flowers. These flowers are good for people and for bunnies. I noticed that the bunnies like eating them. I love bunnies. All right, let's get this going. Hope I record.